can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. That guy over there, that's D-Mac, Darren McCarty. Stanley Cup champion and such.
Just 4 times.
Just 4 times. That's all. What happened the other time? We never talked about that.
Lost the first, lost the last. Played in 6. You know, I mean, I guess.
Can't win them all.
Learned how to share.
Better finals record than LeBron.
666, Neil. That's all we need the Tigers to go for the rest of the season. Get the
Don't
playoffs.
start.
There we go.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
D-Mac,
Let's get it. Come on, that's all they need. With
D-Mac.
playoff
Push. Let's go.
D-Mac.
Shoot it up. Come on.
Kenny, you missed it last year. That's a ploy after somebody came on.
Yeah.
And they were back and said, all we got to do is win 2 out of 3 games for the rest of the season. 6 games. And we looked it up. No team has ever gone, right? Like,
No team's ever done it.
You think that, like, it sounds easier
Of course.
than most with some of the way the teams do, but no. So, pipe dream. We'll see.
No,
big show today.
absolutely. We got KG in the building. KG, what's really good?
What's really good is you, man.
Why?
You looking better, man. Yesterday you came in with that little pouty face, man. And,
Pouty face.
You know, you was all hung up on Javi. He didn't play last night, so that
And what happened?
And they won.
And how many runs they score?
8.
Wow.
I know, right?
But wait a minute.
And what did his WAR, what did his replacement do?
Man.
home run.
Home run.
Hold
First
that
one in
thought
his
for a
career.
second. We got young Justin in the building. Young Justin, what up, though?
Hey, I'm doing good. You can keep pushing on me.
All
I'm
right.
just excited to get to this next.
Spenmo, you still with us? You all right?
No.
He in there hurting, man. My guy in there
What'd
hurting.
you do, bro?
I don't know. My neck is fucked though.
All right. Is that why Cole's here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chase, you might have to step in, man.
I should run to the car and grab some cream.
Yeah, some CBD.
All right. Well, hey,
The good stuff.
we appreciate you manning up.
Thanks.
Chase is back there behind you if you pass out or something
Right.
like that. And not like to help you, to just push you out of the chair.
Yeah,
So then he
substitution.
can get in the chair.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Is Spenny connected by osmosis to Penny Sewell or something? I mean, like, did
I don't know.
Sewell rolled his foot, Spenny hurt his neck. It's like the Corsican brothers
I don't know.
struggling.
But anyway, if you need to step out, let Chase step in. All right.
Okay.
New guy Chase right there behind you.
He's ready.
New guy Chase is lurking. He's ready to go as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Okay, KG, back to you.
Yeah.
You were a part. All right, first, D-Mac, Tigers score 8 runs. Javi doesn't play. Weird.
Is it?
No, it's not weird at all.
Okay.
No.
But I was told, you were told by people at this network that, quote, you can win with Javi.
Yeah. That is
That,
literally.
quote, Javi isn't a big deal.
Yes, and I will call them out by name because I am
Yeah,
not
I was just
scared.
going to say, that was goddamn Maz yesterday
Tom
on Ermanni and
Mazaway.
Edwards. Let's get it straight, Kenny.
Shout out to Tom Mazaway. Love the guy. But, yeah, yesterday it was pretty bad. Wasn't his best showing, man. He literally shut me down because I was kind of trying to reiterate, what you were saying on Big D. And, they used your clip for the open. And I was pretty much saying, like, yeah, he's affecting this young team. And Maz literally says Javi is not the reason that they, are losing. He's not affecting the young talent. You're over-exaggerating.
He's
And-
not affecting the talent.
Yes.
Guys, and you wonder why.
Uh-oh.
For real. You wonder why.
And he also said you can win with Javi. Verbatim. Quote.
Oh, you can win with the worst everyday player in the history of baseball.
He-
Because that's what he said. That's what he
I
said.
tried to tell him that. He completely shooed it away.
And you're like, why are you mad all the time? You know what? This sounds like my kids right now. Like I'm talking about my kids right now. Why are you mad, Dad? Because you're not doing the shit you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're not using common sense. Just like Tom Mazaway. You can win with the worst player in the history of baseball. Because that's what he is. And guys, I'm not talking shit or making it up or anything like that. Mark me. Anybody, feel free. One of the worst everyday OPSs ever in the game, ever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. Yes, forever. Ever. And there are people like this amongst us. Instagram yesterday,
here's
D-Mac.
Here's the thing. Tom Mazaway will sit there and being the sports watched the sports and has been around sports and have his opinion to say that it doesn't affect the team. I, as a guy who's been in the locker room of a profession, will say I disagree.
Yeah.
It can. And it can. And here's the proof, Neil. Like, you have an argument if you do not play him or if there isn't somebody that is more inept behind him to get an opportunity. Isn't that what we talked about yesterday, where we didn't want to be hindered? So what we saw after the performance, we can only go by that first game. Let's hope that Sweeney keep thrown out there and we don't have to worry about it. Javi is where we wanted him to be, and obviously AJ Hinch and the Tigers feel more like we do than Maz doesn't.
Right.
You know, I look at it, and but Maz never likes to. There's only a few guys like LeBron that he'll hate or whatever like this, but he wants to give everybody the most opportunity ever.
Except for LeBron,
we're beyond
who's actually good, unlike Javi.
Who's actually done it right. But so that goes. So again, it's not about hating, and it's not about I'm right, you're wrong. It's just
Except for this, it is.
But understand, no, there's got to be a few Mazways out there.
And D-Mac, that's the thing.
I agree. It's and I don't get as upset. Like I'll get more upset when you question the Wiser plan, because then you're not seeing what's happening, right? Like that. Then I can't help you because you can't translate. That's a different conversation.
But I feel the exact same way about this. And Maz wasn't the only one.
Right, so
and
I guess they don't understand, and it's more about, participation.
And I should have screenshotted this and sent it to Spenny. My bad on this. But literally, if you go to Woodward's Instagram, the reel that we put up yesterday where I was talking about Javi, there was literally a person that is alive. Like, they're alive. They get by in society every day. They have a job somewhere.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Right.
They get gas for their car and they have utility bills and everything. Like, really wild, like an actual existence. And the exact quote was something along the lines of, Neil, you're an idiot. You have the worst takes. Javi plays superstar defense and was a legend for the Cubs.
You're just not watching the game.
Wait,
And he literally said that. No, so D-Mac. So I go in, I said,
for the Cubs.
Yeah.
But how long ago was that?
Yeah, right.
Right.
Does he play for the Cubs?
No,
that's
literally
what I-
said that. He plays superstar defense for the
Superstar
Tigers.
defense.
And I then I had to get involved. Like, I do a good job of staying out with that stuff, because it doesn't matter. Because either way, I'm getting in my car and going home.
Exactly.
Either way. I had to jump in on that one. And I said, he's a negative defender. Try again.
Mm-hmm.
Try again. He's a negative defender. Go look it up. And then came back and said, you have the worst sports takes ever.
Oh, he just
and
said
I said, you literally just said that he's a superstar defender, despite the fact is he's a negative defender.
Yeah, but these
Right.
people don't. That's where you got to understand that this person.
And that's
is gonna
my cross
tell
to
you-
bear,
Just
D-Mac.
going to tell you that the sky is green.
Right. And that is the thing that I have to deal with.
But yeah, and you just gotta. You know what I mean? Like.
But Maz, it's not.
Matt, don't you?
I know, but D-Mac, I know the people that are in the chat right now that are going to say, well, he's trolling or anything like that. I don't think Maz was
doesn't
trolling.
know how to troll.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't trolling.
Guys,
He
I know.
legitimately and KG, that is my problem with all this.
Yeah.
There are people out there that think that. Maz thinks that. This guy thinks that. And I can't, and it bothers me that I can't help those people.
Yeah. In the same breath, he did say that he would be off the team next
Well,
season.
Well, why would he say that? He just said he doesn't hurt the team.
Yeah.
So why would they get rid of him?
That's why I was confused.
So which is it?
The first thing out of his mouth was he won't be here next year.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Why wouldn't he be here? According to you, he's fine.
Right.
if he's saying that, but how can you say that? So I would be more inept if he, like you said yesterday, for the rest of the year that he's here, playing in limited role or whatever.
See,
it is.
the Shaquille Oatmeal. Lots of talk about Let's Go Red Wings Party. Spenny flu game. Let's go.
It's the back and neck game for Sweeney.
The Shaquille Oatmeal says, I'm sorry, Maz is just wrong. He's saying that just to heat you up. No. That's the
truly
point.
believes
That's
it.
the point
That's
of
the
this
problem.
segment right now. There are people that think that.
I do have the quote, by the
and
way.
that's scary.
Off the Instagram.
Yeah.
I went and found it.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yep. It says, he's a dog, man. Still playing superstar caliber defense and hits in clutch moments. He has a 900 OPS with runners in scoring position.
Moments.
That's what he said.
That's
Hits and
that's
clutch
not
moments.
Maz. That's the guy that was
Yeah.
trolled or
Carter.
talking-
His name's Carter.
I've always loved
Eat
that.
shit, Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people, that's really what they latching on to. You know
Hey,
how
Carter,
you say
thanks for watching, by the way. Thank you.
you know
I
how you
appreciate
say
it.
your list of, when people running out of shit, literally the defense is the only thing they hanging on to.
But it's
Guys.
one of the worst parts of his game now.
Guys,
Yeah.
he's an elite tagger.
I don't even
And
know if
that's
he's
the
that
point. Like, the propaganda works, man. Propaganda works. We can say it doesn't. It 100% does.
It has to in this case.
And
There's
that's
nothing else, because for the rest of us that can see absolutely right through to the truth. I mean,
well, D-Mac, that's always been one of my favorite things too. Like the OPS with runners in scoring position. Well, no shit. When they gonna throw you strikes?
now. There it is.
When you get better pitches to hit?
yeah.
When they have to pitch to you? Like, it's just, there are people that think that, and that's the point of all this. It's not the Javi thing anymore. That's over.
Yeah.
The point is, there are people at this network that think that way. There are people that have lives and jobs out there that are a part of your
Allegedly.
society.
Among us. They're among
You
us.
people's society. That's not my society, because I don't live in that realm. So,
Yeah.
yes.
And to say he's not affecting the young talent, like what you said yesterday, like really hit home for me. When Spencer Torkelson has a 4-hit night, when he's literally been struggling all year, has probably his best game this whole year.
And they score 1 run.
And yeah, you have Javi come up behind him and follow up with that. And it's crazy. And 0 for 4 yesterday for Torque. It's just, yeah, it's fucked up, man. It is.
Yes. The keys to wisdom. McKinstry 199, Baez 182, Sweeney 182, Crowther 136. What are you going to do with that shit? I'm going to play McKinstry.
How many at-bats does Sweeney have?
Yeah,
Right.
like 3 games. or
Yeah,
whatever,
exactly.
He's got like 8 at-bats.
And when I don't play Sweeney, I'm playing McKinstry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's going to work, because they aren't negative fielders.
I was just about to say, in 3 games, Sweeney is already
Now, granted,
more
you're going to take a
comfortable at
step back
shortstop.
in the tagging department. But it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
And the standing ovation department.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's it for me. That's the point of it, dude. Shaquille O'Neal. How the F can you say he's good only when he only contributes to losing? He does. Chuck Brewer, he's hitting 180. How can anyone defend it? Guys, that's the point of this. Like, you guys say I'm flipping out, right? D-Mac, you've said it before.
No,
It's not the
in
Javi.
this,
Not on this, yeah.
It's not the Javi that flips me out. It's the people.
Right.
These people are among us.
Mm-hmm.
They're on our streets.
Well, then I guess there's nothing else in society that might make you scratch your head in
Right.
a similar way about understanding.
I just want to know,
It's the way of the
how
doesn't
do
it-
you get by?
Here's the thing, because to be honest, look at the world.
Yeah.
Look at the perception of every different
Yeah.
in the world. It's the same way. So the consistency is because people they don't want to look at the facts, or they have their own narrative. And
It makes
that's
no
fine.
sense.
You just gotta look and see. Okay, where's this? I don't know where this person's come from, or I can't even understand it, and move on.
Especially after it's been 3 years. The way Maz was framing it yesterday is like this was a 1-year issue. This has been 3 years of data. If you look up his Tiger stats,
He's gotten worse
they
as we've gone.
Exactly.
Kenny, if you guys talk on this afternoon, like press just Maz, because this is the fact that he said he won't be.
well,
here.
he'll throw a 60 years of
He
baseball
won't be
knowledge.
here
at you,
next
you know.
year.
No. I just
wanna
want
know,
the
I want to know,
question.
how can he say to Neil is that if you don't think he'll be here next year, so he'll be bought out or whatever in the offseason, is that what the plan is to move on? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
And-
I think we're all in agreement. If that's the plan, then we can get through the rest of the season.
And that's even worse. Maz should be even more ashamed about that he has 60 years of baseball knowledge and he refuses to believe that this guy is bad for the locker room. Like, that's worse.
Yeah.
Like, you should see that this is hampering these kids. That the thing what Let's Go Red Wings Sparty said yesterday about how this is a regime and an organization with Scott Harris and AJ Hinch that preaches plate discipline and owning the strike zone, and you send up that fucking bum to swing at balls 2 feet out of the zone. Well, you got to practice what
with
you
no
preach.
with no retribution.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's and that's being the elder statesman or the veteran. That's not what you need in a leader, and that's how it can
Right.
get into the psyche, especially the young guys.
Yeah. So again, it's just, there are people out there that think that way, man, and it blows my mind. It blows my mind. One outfit that always performs, though, is Guardian Alarm.
Oh, 100 million percent. Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts, professional technicians who take the time to recommend security and automated solutions specific to your needs. All Guardian Alarm wants you to do is call the number 1-800.
Stay out.
24/7 professional monitoring. Call anytime, day or night. Know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as it's needed, as long as you call the number 1-800.
Stay out.
Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work of people who have been proven to care. Business, pleasure. Guardian don't care. They just want you to call the number today. 1-800.
Stay out. Stay out, neck pain.
Stay out of society. You know who I'm talking about.
That's something. I got nothing.
Guardian Alarm, your local security experts tell Big D Energy. We sent you.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit. They just opened one in Madison Heights. So if you want the best chicken, pizza, and biscuits in the game, go to Sorokis.com to figure out how to get one near you. Soroki's. Now that's crispy.
All right, keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty back here with you. Now, Monday, we'll be live on site at the Detroit Golf Club for what I think is one of the great community events that go on in the city of Detroit. Of course, we are talking about the Feldman Automotive Children's Miracle Celebrity Invitational that goes on at the Detroit Golf Club. And kind enough to take a couple minutes to talk about that is the chairman and CEO of Feldman Automotive. Of course, he is Jay Feldman. Jay, you're a veteran of Woodward Sports. It's good to talk to you again. How are you?
Yeah, thank you. Really appreciate being here.
No, absolutely. But I do want to pick it up right there. And as I just said, when you talk about dollars raised, when you talk about impact, when you talk about impacting people's lives, certainly with the Children's Miracle Network as well, Jay, this is as big as it gets, man. It really is.
Yeah, it's been amazing. This is going to be our 4th year. It's really hard to believe how big this has gotten. When we first did this 4 years ago, obviously we wondered how much money are we really going to raise. And, we've raised, the first year we raised like $1.3 million in one day. And it just has grown from there. We're significantly ahead of last year. We're hoping to get to 1.7 million this year. We have about 60 celebrities coming, about 400 people attending. We have everybody from actors to NFL players to hockey, boxing, all kinds of different people, music people, and it's just been an amazing event and super excited. It's been a lot of fun. Everybody tells me it's the best event they attend all year.
Yeah, we've been out there. We know. It's high level.
You know what it is, and I think you look towards it because you bring in, the whole country, if not the world, as far as celebrities go, to people that maybe don't make it to the Detroit area, except to support this. And the best part is that everybody should know is with the Children's Miracle Network and what this does. You keep it with Beaumont Children's and all the different. Everything stays local, so the money you give back is in the community, which is so huge with all the different charities to go on. So I think that's the favorite. So whether it's like the pet therapy stuff or the children's care at the hospitals and stuff. So I think talk about that, how you've talked about it before, but it's a priority to give back in your own community. And not only we know that with the support of Feldman and what you do in the community, but this golf tournament and how you bring in celebrities from all over that don't get here very often, would you say?
Yeah, we're really happy to, based on our scale, we're fortunate enough to be able to do this kind of thing and give back to the community. We sell a lot of cars, we service a lot of cars, and we're affecting 200,000 kids and their families in Southeast Michigan, and the impact is just amazing. And I hear it all the time, even throughout the year. People stop me and say thank you for doing this, and so it's really gratifying. We love it.
And talking about that Corewell Health's Children's Miracle Network Hospital that is in Southeast Michigan, it's the only one that's in Southeast Michigan. You're talking about 9 counties. You brought up that number, 200,000 children annually. I mean, again, for me, Jay, it's something where we get a chance to talk to you about this, and I've asked you like the why before. And you've talked about the why that you guys get involved with this, but it is pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? I mean, like let's be real about it. You're affecting a lot of people here, a lot of families.
Anytime you can help kids, it's the best. It's you can help innocent kids and their families that are going through the trauma of having a sick child. It's amazing.
Now, the numbers are pretty staggering, as we talked about. And again, this is going on Monday, August 26th at the Detroit Golf Club. And, some of the power brokers, that you guys have partnered with, certainly the Mark Wahlberg Youth Foundation. I mean, you guys bring out the A-listers for this thing. And what gets me, Jay, we come out there and we talk to, the whole gamut of celebrities that you guys have out there. The thing that really sticks out to me, they love being in Detroit. And this is one of those things for me, like globally with the city of Detroit, you guys shine the light on it too with what you guys do. They love Detroit, and some of them haven't been here in a minute that come through here, and they're like, wow, look how far this place has come. It's very circular, isn't it? The work that you guys do in the community, the city, and the light that shine on the city.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have some celebrities that come back every year. They've been attending every year for 4 years, and they want to make sure their spot is held for next year. And, I've been to a lot of different celebrity and charity events around the country through different organizations I'm involved in. And I candidly, without being selfish, I think ours is the best. And I hear it from them, too. They attend a lot of stuff. So
in saying that, having your name, on the top and being in the tournament, now being the 4th year, so things probably, like you said, run a little bit smoother with the commitments and operational. So what's your favorite part of the day? Do you have a favorite part of the day that you look forward to?
Yeah, I think it's especially since COVID is over. We've had the kids out at the tournament where before they were on TV because they couldn't be exposed to everybody. But mingling with all the kids and their families and talking to the parents of the children that are affected by this or have been affected through the giving that we've done. Also just having a great time talking with the celebrities and we've been fortunate enough that the weather's been amazing every year. So we're looking for good weather again for Monday. But it's been awesome. And then, of course, the live auction that we do.
Right.
We have some amazing events this year. We're doing another auction item with Rick Hendrick with Hendrick Motorsports where, we take people on a tour through his car museum, which is insane, and his guitar museum and then also his NASCAR shop. This year we have a new auction item where we're going to do an F1 experience in Monaco, where a couple is going to go to Monaco, see the race, mingle with the CEO of one of the F1 teams, and then watch the race from a large super yacht on the track. So that should bring a lot of money. So I'm excited to see what we do with that.
Talking with Jay Feldman here. He is the chairman and CEO of Feldman Automotive. And again, we're talking about the event at the Detroit Golf Club coming up this Monday, the Feldman Automotive Children's Miracle Celebrity Invitational. They partnered up with the Mark Wahlberg Youth Foundation and, of course, the Children's Miracle Network as well. The numbers are staggering. You guys have been the title sponsor since 2021. You've raised over $5 million, so certainly to be commended on that. Woodward Sports chat thread, Dos Burrito says, hats off to Feldman Automotive for their leadership and vision. Its direct impact. And you've said this before, that's what it's about for you, like direct impact, community impact.
Absolutely.
Because, again, I think that's something where when you do these things, yes, they raise a lot of money and things like that. it maybe kind of gets siphoned off to different areas and things like that. This is direct here in the Detroit area, and that's why we love it here at Woodward. That's why we like to come out, and we like to shine the light on it for sure.
You know, that's what I like. I do have a little bit of a like sidebar question, Jay, and it's more of like, you know how when you're gonna go for a car ride with your buddies and you yell shotgun, right, to get the front seat.
Yes.
So I just want to know on behalf of Big D Energy is that when are we gonna give a car away? And whenever you figure that out, what we do. But can Big D Energy, you know, we'll do that. We could do it first. I just want to call dibs on that in case down the road, you know, we're gonna give away one of those great.
Well, you got to get a hole in one, Darren.
Yeah.
There it is. Jay.
We've actually had 2 hole-in-ones so far this year. One at Oakland Hills. Somebody won a Chevy Blazer.
Nice.
And 2 weeks ago, we had a hole-in-one on a Corvette at Meadowbrook.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, you know, on that note too, right, where people don't understand is like what we're talking about is when you go to these charities, usually on the par threes, there's an opportunity for a hole-in-one for a car, and a lot of times, most of the time, you'll see Feldman Automotive ads, and you'll see the car out there, like you're sitting by the hole, and yes, people actually really do win them. So. All right, I'll keep firing away, but just in case that conversation,
well,
I know how Joey can be.
They say all the hockey players are great golfers, so
They are.
You can do it.
I've got 3 already. I missed a pontoon the other day by about 1 foot 11 inches.
No, but we will be out
But
there.
it wasn't
on,
a Feldman Automotive vehicle. That's why I didn't.
He missed it on purpose. Yeah, you missed that one on purpose.
Absolutely. But thank you for everything. You know what
Thank you guys.
you do. What Feldman does not only for everybody. I think a lot of it, right, is people don't see. They see the big things like this and the opportunities like this, but they don't see the everyday little opportunities that is provided on the daily to
It doesn't,
everybody.
as I always say, it doesn't just appear.
No,
You know, like we don't just pop up here and start talking about it.
everybody who doesn't know who Jay Feldman is, and that's what it is. I expect more people please come up and say, you know, thank you, just because you deserve your flowers.
Just like the ski mask boy here, you do a lot of giving on Mr. Feldman and Feldman Automotive. So certainly it's not lost on the people. But Jay, appreciate your time as always.
Likewise.
Whatever you guys need, whatever you guys got going on, we're happy to partner up with you.
Appreciate all your help.
All right, Jay Feldman, the chairman and CEO of Feldman Automotive, and you guys know what it is. We'll be back out there at Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. They're a staple here at Woodward, and more importantly, a staple in the community in Metro Detroit as well, just like Lady Jane's.
Absolutely, Lady J. You need a haircut or maybe, you know, some color, whatever you need. You know where to go. There's so many of them all around. Walk in, sit down. One of the talented stylists make you look and feel great. Hot leather, neck massage, got it. Look, shave the sides, whatever you need. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How? Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule to tell you about Feldman Automotive. We just had Jay Feldman on, as a matter of fact, the chairman and CEO of Feldman Automotive. There's 18 Feldman Automotive locations. They've been in the game here in the Detroit area since 1996. That is right. So they are a bit of a Detroit institution. Why is that? Because it's pretty much the easiest car buying experience in the game. And we know about Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. They are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer, but all brands are represented by the Feldman Automotive umbrella. So go to feldmanauto.com, Chevy, Ford, whatever you want. Go to feldmanauto.com. You can start the buying process online. This is easy. Don't be wasting an entire day. trying to buy a car. I don't know why that's been like that, but Feldman's figured it out. So feldmanauto.com. And again, shout out to them for the Feldman Automotive Children's Miracle Celebrity Invitational this Monday at Detroit Golf Club. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule and Darren McCarty and KG and Young Justin. And 60% of Spencer Raxter?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 60% of Spencer Raxter, but he's
Fighting it
here.
out.
The flu game, as somebody said. Earlier. All right, D-Mac. We all got to breathe a little easier yesterday. Panay Sewell is okay. Easy sent us the tweet a little while ago. Let me attribute it.
Got it
Eric,
right here. Yeah.
Eric. Okay, you got it. Yeah, Eric Woodyard said Panay Sewell suffered a rolled ankle. He exited yesterday's practice, received an MRI while being evaluated for a foot injury, but he is fine. And D-Mac, you know, since the second he got here, I have tried to help the NFL on many fronts. They're about their bottom line a lot. I've tried to help them by offering them the opportunity to start construction on his gold jacket already. Yeah. They should have did that thing 2 years ago.
It should be done.
It should be done.
Stocked
100%.
Stocked away by now.
Got the bus ready.
Stay in front of inflation. I tried to help. I did my due diligence. D-Mac.
Guess what? Get used to it, guys.
I know.
This is the norm. You're going to have to hold our breath on a lot of stuff throughout the season. Look at this is just this is normal. I mean, somebody can roll their ankle walking down the street. The one thing is we got to stay healthy, and obviously your big dogs need to stay healthy. So, dodged one. But I mean, it's surprising. And then when you look back, Neil, last year, do you expect to get through this year as injury-free-ish? Would we consider that last year's Lions season was more on an injury-freer side?
Yeah.
They didn't suffer, right? Like the guys that were out for the season and stuff like that. But guys
no major
played.
injuries.
So, I mean, the law of averages, right? Somebody's going to get hurt. You just hope it's not your big
It's not
guys.
him. And I'm with you. I invented that.
Right. It's almost like, hey, football gods, I know somebody's got to be hurt, but please, not
him.
Not the big five or whatever like that.
Yeah. No, it is.
But so get used to it. This is preseason practice for us to have our heart skip and hold our breath and having to wait for an MRI or wait for Dan Campbell to say something, wait on an injury. Mm-hmm. Did he sprain it? Did he break it? Whatever like this. Is he coming back? Is he concussed? This is a conversation that you're going to have to get comfortable with. But God forbid, hopefully this is the last time.
And look, I know I'm going to do it.
Last time with
him. And I'm going to do this, and I've done it already. But again, I'm going to point back to this. I do feel, D-Mac, and this was the first time, even like C.J. Gardner-Johnson, it sucked. Obviously, it sucked. But even last year, I didn't feel with what the expectations are. They're on the cover of Sports Illustrated's NFL preview. Sports Illustrated says that they're going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah. With all of it, and here it is right there. As a matter, it is a pretty dope looking cover. By the way,
beautiful.
It is pretty sweet.
I need that frame.
Yeah, no doubt. Through all of that, D-Mac, that is what's different. Like last year with C.J. Gardner-Johnson. When he went down, we were like, oh, Christ, of course he goes down. But it wasn't soul-crushing. Yesterday, with what happened yesterday, I've never felt an experience like that before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the nerves, the shot to the gut, the lump in your throat. I mean, I've never felt that way. And D-Mac, it concerned me for this reason alone, that this ball is wound so tight this year. And I see it around town. My buddy Terminal Dennis.
All of expectations,
right?
Yeah.
He can't stand it anymore. Almost. I just want preseason to be over. Can we opt out of the preseason game?
I don't think we can.
Can we just opt out for the rest of the time?
I wish we could.
It's just D-Mac. This is intense, and we're not through the last preseason game yet, and this is intense, man.
Yeah, well, it was practice, and they're gonna practice all year long. So I know, but isn't this where you want it? We know what the alternative is for our life. Isn't this even though it's uncomfortable, but isn't this?
I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, because this is what great teams. Maybe it's more uncomfortable because we haven't been here, but we know the guys like him we can't afford to lose in Penei Sewell.
And
so hopefully that's it. As far as you're gonna have a scare with everybody, and that's the scare with him.
It's tough emotionally.
Good.
It is.
So
I'm not. All right,
you're ahead
I'm not
of the
prepared
game
for this.
because you're talking about it, and it's going to be tough emotionally this season as it gets tighter, because this is expectations. That roller coaster is going to get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So
got to be ready for it.
Strap on.
Yeah,
Are you
man.
entering the way, Kenny? Let's go.
I swear, every week from here on in is going to be like
You remember how
stressful
last week,
as hell.
Spenny, you remember how every watch party game was, especially like past week 9, 10, 11, like,
It gets
there's
intense.
tension. Dude,
We're not even done with preseason yet.
I know, but the beauty is you don't have to worry about the ones being out there in the last preseason game.
Woodward Sports chat thread, DNCENT. If you're scared, go to church. This is life in the NFL. It happens to every team. It just means more, and that's okay. You will adjust eventually. And DNCENT, look, even you can talk tough. Everyone can talk tough. I'm the only one that's honest about it. We all feel the same way. You guys can't you can say Stoke not scared all you want, but you can't help. You couldn't help but be scared yesterday.
No, that would have been a huge blow.
Yeah, but the self-awareness of it and be like,
but that is
sucked.
it.
So be self-aware.
And that's where it goes back to what I've said, D-Mac. And while I was terrified yesterday when I got that news, obviously he's okay, so that helps. But I believe this 100% in my heart. And guys, please remember this. I know we won't, but I can say I asked for it. Guys, please remember this. Whatever happens this year isn't the end.
It's not.
No one's coming to take this away. This is built to last. This Lions organization right now, even if it doesn't go the way we want it to this year, they will get more cracks at this. They will. They will win a Super Bowl in this window. I, honest to God, 1,000,000% believe that in my heart. They will win a Super Bowl in this window with Brad Holmes here. They will win a Super Bowl. It might not be this year. This is my public service announcement. It may not be this year. They will win a Super Bowl, D-Mac. You'll never convince me that this organization within the next 5-ish years will not win they will win a Super Bowl. They will win a Super Bowl.
I think the biggest thing you said is that they're built to last, right? Like they're.
Please remember that,
this
everyone.
Isn't probably the best version. It's probably next year, or maybe the year after. But the window is now, 4 or 5 years. Is that fair?
Yeah, I said it's the length of the golf contract, so that's what 4 years, 4-year window.
Yeah, which is a lot in the NFL, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've been saying
the way
this,
that everything turns over, and there's other teams that are improving, and there's good teams too. Let's not, but I agree with you, Neil.
And I will wrap it all up, which we won't wrap it all up because we're going to keep talking about it.
Of course.
But I will pivot back to this, D-Mac, and the man that sits to my left, and I had to be reminded of this. I had to be reminded of this multiple times. He and I had a conversation. D-Mac and I have been friends a little over a decade. And in a past radio life, we worked together at ESPN Radio here in Detroit. We worked together, got to know each other a little bit. You know how it works, like the progression of relationships. You get to talking about stuff. And I came clean about 2 things to D-Mac in my life. I said Grinder's music was not my cup of tea. That was number 1. But number 2, and more importantly, I had to confess to him. I said, D-Mac, after 96, I was convinced it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
I was convinced it wasn't going to happen because I had been shattered by how it went down. And I told him, I confided in him. I said, D-Mac, I didn't believe you guys were going to get it done.
And you know what? That there's a whole bunch. And that's okay.
You said you questioned it at moments.
That at the end of 96 after losing is like, are we ever going to get back? Right? Like the question is like that way, like losing in 95 to Jersey in the finals.
Was that akin to the Lions losing to San Francisco last year? Do you think?
I hope so. I hope it's their
like the vibes.
No, I hope
the
it's
vibes
their
you
Colorado.
Got. Yeah.
I hope it's their Colorado. Right. I hope they don't need a Colorado. I hope they don't need like we lost Jersey finals. That after setting the league record, lost Colorado, and that's when you realize, holy cow, it's tough to get back.
Yeah.
So hopefully because they learned a whole bunch of lessons, right? They sped through high school, first year college last year. All the lessons they learned was what they accomplished and how they got and how they went out, right? Because every one of them is looking to, we did that to ourselves, not they did that to us. That's how I got to look at it. But it's okay. But here's the whole thing. So just be honest. Just be honest and don't think. And then when you see maybe progress, but why you do that is to protect your heart.
True.
Right? It's to protect your heart because it's tough. Like, Neil, if you go back and read, like, a lot of people aren't old enough. 93, 94, 95, 96 with us, I don't blame people. Right,
well,
because
I was still a kid back then, so
Right, exactly, but it just goes to show that's why, to your point, is that when I talk about the wiser plan is why you can't that all that goes into it to the nuances of being a part of with the same person that dug something out of the depth of
below
hell.
ground.
Yeah,
that was below ground.
Absolutely.
And the Iser plan, I think, is a different thing because, and again,
here's the thing with the Lions, and this is what, sorry to interrupt. But to the point, right? Yes, they are different. But here's the thing where it's becoming more and more apparent. The talent is becoming there, and now all we have to worry about is injuries.
Right.
When all you have to worry about is injuries and not about if you put your best guys out there, that where do you stand against everybody else? I don't think we're exactly there yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
A few, right? And that means that we got elite pieces all over. And I look at our team and I say we do. So that's why this injury thing, because that's our number one nemesis. That's turning into our number one opponent, not the Green Bay and the Chicagos.
Because they've proven they can deal with them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And they keep improving. And Brad Holmes keeps making them better.
I know we've enjoyed linear success with this team, but the path to get there is never really perfect. But I'm also not in a position to make excuses for this team either. If they are what we think they are and you say they are built to last, they have to find a way through. Yes, Panay would have been a huge blow if he were to go down yesterday for the majority of the season or the whole season, but we have to find a way through. If they're the team we think they are, they have to find a way through.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Damon Dice, Goff's going to be gone in 2 years. They're among us, everyone.
He a Chicago.
He's a Bears fan,
He a Chicago guy. Don't worry about him.
Oh, is he really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, appreciate you tapping into the show.
Yeah. You should tell him your thoughts on Caleb Williams. I'm sure
he's caught those before. Show me a moment of adversity where he's been good. He's been, everything's cool in the preseason and hype him up, and all the critics and all the pundits and all the analysts are like, you need to watch the Bears. Show it to me when he's down by 9 in the fourth quarter. Show it to me because I've never seen it in my life. He's great when the wind's at his back and the sun is shining and he's in SoCal and the weather's nice and all that.
Fairways are running.
Yeah, absolutely. Show it to me where he's overcome adversity in a game. Show me a performance where you were like, that dude's a dog. Show it to me. Because no one around here other than maybe young Justin watches college football the way I watch college football. I watch a lot of USC.
Okay, full disclosure, I think he must because you two nerds were just...
We were nerds.
Dude, I had to leave the room.
He took it to a level I wasn't even comfortable with.
Dude, all I heard was, well, that's cool. If you feel that way about Notre Dame.
He's over here. He's like, okay, one of the simulations I did, I had Ole Miss at 9-3 and Penn State at 9-3, but I had Missouri at 10-2. Who would you take if the losses are A, B, and C, and Ole Miss's losses are A, B, and C, and Missouri's A and B? And I'm like, They're going to take Penn State.
Congratulations.
Guaranteed.
Hey, congratulations. He found his minion.
Yes.
You found your little
He
minion.
met his match.
Well, I'm in the process of shaping young Justin's mind right now.
Did you not just see, like, no matter of fact, no time, this question that, like, have to decipher, my brain would start burning. Neil goes, it's this one.
Yeah, it's going to be Penn State.
I know.
Every single
like,
time.
You two
I know who it
nerds,
won't
have
be.
fun.
Missouri.
You're right.
Mindless to say, so all the college football stuff that you guys got planned for everybody who loves that, they're going to spend it. When's the anime show? I want to tune into that one.
We do have kind of relevant news, though. There's a trade in the NFL.
Is there? All right, let's do it when we get back.
Got you.
Tell them about Premier Pet Supply. We'll talk the NFL trade when we come back.
Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences the online and big box retailers. With one major difference, they're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
Neil Rule here for Woodward merch. Go to shop.woodwardsports.com. There she is, right in the middle of your screen.
Boo,
sir.
The greatest
Boo,
shirt
damn kid.
that's ever been invented.
Boo, damn
We need
kid.
10,000 of them in Ford Field on Sunday night for Sunday
About
night
to
football.
order mine soon, too. I can't wait. Wearing it for the watch party.
Week 1 is Sunday night football against Stafford.
Yes. Oh, Stafford Field. Don't forget that. That's what the Rams PR team
Boot
did.
him, kids. Boot him, kids. Boot him, kids. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, D-Mac. We got KG in the building, young Justin. We got about 62% and falling of Spencer Raxter right now. He's trying to gut through it. He's trying to do the Jordan flu game. The chat right now, and you can jump into the chat, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel, and get your thoughts out there. You guys are on point. You guys are on par. And you guys are always ready to go, and you never disappoint. Kiazi, Neil, Bears fans hate you right now because you tell the truth. They're mad because you won't just let them have their fun. No, see, I go off of funny things, like what I saw, what the resume is, what the data tells
Funny
me.
things, the eye test.
Yeah, you know, I'm
stats,
stupid like
the
that, I
facts.
guess. I guess I'm stupid like
you
that.
doing
Taylor, though, since we talked about Caleb Williams, Taylor, this is the chat thread message of the day. There's a video from practice yesterday of Caleb practicing behind the back passes. What a douche. That's exactly my point from the last segment about Caleb. That's my statement. Hey, Neil, what do you think about Caleb Williams? Well, there was a video in practice of him practicing behind the back passes. That tells you all you need to know.
Oh,
D-Mac, I don't get
Mahomes
everything
did it.
right, but this type of shit I get right.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
And the best part, we gonna see.
We going to see?
We gonna see, yeah.
That's the beauty of it. Can you put the camera on Spenny right now?
I've been waiting to, honestly.
I was like, is that a massage chair?
He looks like an Egyptian tomb right now.
All right. There you go, one of these Lady James girls in here to help him out, man.
Let my Spenny go.
I think Caleb Williams is going to be good.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah,
I do too, but you know.
I do too.
Just lay back down.
You
all
can't
right?
say that. You can't say that around Neil. He'll get mad.
He comes out of the tomb.
must be sick, Neil.
Dude, Spenny's dying words were, I think Caleb Williams is going to be good. He was dying in the chair. He comes back to life to say, I think Caleb Williams is going to be good.
Always there for the retort.
Oh man.
God.
Those were your dying words. We'll put that on your tombstone.
I was driving yesterday, and like, so while I'm driving, I like rest my head on the thing on the back, and like when I was hitting potholes, it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I didn't even go to the gym yesterday. I'm not going to go to the gym today. I don't know what's going on.
Did you piss off a voodoo lady or something?
I don't know,
what
man.
What happened with you?
You need a lute or something.
My neck. My dad had some
kids know what lutes are?
oxycodone from one of his surgeries, and I took one of those. I actually went to sleep last night, so that was good. Because the past couple of days, I've just been laying in bed, waking up every 10 minutes.
Damn.
I don't know. I'm falling apart.
You got to get that checked out.
Oh.
It's a wrap for you. I told you.
It's a wrap.
I got to go to one of those.
That hard living was going to catch up.
I got to go to one of those rub and tugs by my house.
What is rub and tugs?
Have Sue Kim do me right.
Yeah, man.
Or a
I'm excited for
chiropractor.
massage. Yeah.
Or a rub and tug or a chiropractor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
You should probably get a
On
rub and
brand.
tug.
There's a couple of them, like.
Hey, I know where what
Like,
if you want to go to the city, I can put
White
you
Lake
right
Massage
there.
or
I would give-
Smile Massage Parlor. There's a couple of them in Warren. One of them got raided not too long ago, right
Yeah.
down the street from me. So maybe not that one unless they're back up and running. Throw 20 in the waistband.
The police
and
can
have a
never
good
really
time.
stop those places.
I would give anything for it to be 11:56 right now. Anything.
I'm just saying, man. They got these little hands that they work wonders.
They get in the hard to reach
Put
places.
some icy hot on it or anything?
No.
Before the rubbing?
Before the rub.
I see half
Wait, what
before
are
the
we
rub
talking?
and
No,
tug.
I thought you
put
meant
it on before. I meant, did you put it on your neck? No, don't be rubbing your jaw.
There's plenty of them in Centerline, in and around Centerline.
Yeah.
I haven't been to one. One of our friends at Woodward,
Allegedly.
I'll leave him nameless. He used to frequent a rub and tug by his house. He used to talk about it all the time.
There's websites that can point you in the right.
They say
direction.
never wish time away, right? Because
Yeah.
it's a limited commodity. You only get so much of it. I am literally wishing the next 4.5 minutes.
You think
away.
they got Groupons?
Neil, but Spenny gets into the big chair and has a sore neck. Caleb Williams and rub and tugs.
Yeah.
That's what he's going out with.
I mean, I thought we were talking about Caleb Williams, not Deshaun Watson.
And he landed the plane, everybody.
We do
That
have
was
to talk
professional.
About breaking
Thank
news,
you.
though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was professional grade, Spenny.
Thank you.
Justin, thank you. Literally anything else than this. All
I
right.
got you.
All right.
Breaking news.
Rub and tug. No.
The Washington Commanders
Deshaun Watson.
are
All right.
sending first-round pick Jahan Dotson and fifth-round pick to the Philadelphia Eagles for the 2025 third-round pick and 2 seventh-round picks.
Okay, so they're sending Jahan Dotson
And a fifth.
to
And a fifth.
Philly for a fifth.
No, a third and 2
No,
sevenths.
I'm sorry. Jahan Dotson and a fifth to
yes.
Philly. So basically, it's a pick swap where they change their fifth-round pick into a third-round pick and they get 2 sevenths.
Correct.
There you go.
I hate that they never. That should be the terminology.
Did you say he was their first rounder this year?
He was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
2022 first-round pick.
Yeah.
So he's coming up against. No,
surprised
he's
they
still got a
traded.
year left
Yeah. I'm surprised they traded.
in division. Steve-O, baby. Neil, you know why I trust Steve Yzerman? Because over Brad Holmes? Because Yzerman never let me down when I was young. I'm sorry, Neil, but I just can't get on the Super Bowl train yet. Hey.
That's your prerogative.
Yeah, it's your Steve-O. Like that again. That's your prerogative.
your Robbie Brown,
this organization
Right.
will win a Super Bowl under this regime. They will. It might not be this year, but they will win a Super Bowl. The man to my left is evidence of that. It's never linear, except for the Iser plan, which has been exactly linear.
I mean, the Lions.
Exactly.
The Lions have been linear too. Let's be real.
Yeah. So, it's never linear except for when it is linear. John effing Lord. Desmond probably pours his milk in the bowl first, then the cereal. Remember that bit? Remember the Jalen Green bit, by the way? That was a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when people would just say what Jalen Green does? We
Yep.
can do that with Desmond today. Let's revisit it. Rack, I know you got about 80 of these lined up.
Right.
So go ahead and jump into that.
Damon Dice.
That's honestly that's something to worry about though with Philadelphia, because you've already got 2 fantastic wide receivers in A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You added Saquon Barkley in the offseason. You added Kellen Moore as your offensive coordinator. The offensive line is going to take a hit losing Jason Kelsey, but it's still got some nice pieces on it. Jalen Hurts, I like him. And now adding Jahan Dotson as your third wide receiver.
That's nasty.
That's a pretty damn good offense right there.
I know.
No, Mike G. I'm not going to talk about GMs in this town who, quote, deserve a rug and tug, unquote. We're not doing that, all right?
Does anybody else think that there's
free rub
more,
and tug,
more to it behind the scenes in Philadelphia between Sirianni, the coach, and Hurts? Like
I've been
to
thought
me,
that, but
to me, there's something, and it's not talent that's off. There's something else in
A clash of personality.
Like there's something that's off because it just feels like it should. Like they were cruising,
They
and
were.
then all of a sudden
It fell apart.
But it
like
feels,
that.
but it feels like it feels not like business. It feels personal. Like it just
I feel
like
yeah.
something happened. Like I don't know. It feels
don't
like
know.
the culture's off a little bit.
No, it
I
does.
believe so, yeah. But all I know,
just
they
wondered
can't
if
have
you
a
guys-
second
you
half
guys
collapse
get
this
that
year.
vibe out of there?
That's his job if they do.
No, I agree with what you're saying. Like the Philadelphia Eagles, their biggest threat is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like the Lions' biggest
they can-
threat are injuries. The Eagles'
Yes.
biggest threat is the Eagles.
100%.
Yeah.
But so
yeah.
I wonder if they're mature enough. Like there was, I bet there's something happened,
There's some brewing with Sirianni.
and it went
Yeah.
down. I wonder if they were able to rectify that, and because then that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I think you put that great, Neil. That's a great.
They got all new coordinators this year, so But that was the problem before. He let his coordinators go. He fell apart. So
Lots of talk about Howie Rosenberg. He's a hell of a GM, no doubt. You know, he certainly does a good job. He said Cody Ingle says, but the head coach is a bum in Philly. And D-Mac, like either way, it could not be the coach or Hurts. Like when you break it down, it could not be them.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll be the narrative.
Oh, absolutely.
If it doesn't get done, that's what's going to happen.
In that town, oh yeah.
I don't trust Nick Sirianni. I don't think he's a good
There's
coach.
there's something, isn't there?
Yeah.
Something
It's
like,
been something,
that's
yeah.
off.
Yeah, I like their coordinators though. They added Vic Fangio and Kellen Moore as their offensive and defensive coordinators. That was a really good move. I personally like Jalen Hurts.
So
I
do
think
I.
he's a good quarterback.
I like him
think
as a
he can
human
get it
being
done.
too.
I had to draw the sword against people.
Yeah, but Nick Sirianni is not a good head coach. Nobody can convince me he's a good head coach.
I almost feel like if they don't make the NFC Championship, his job is in jeopardy.
Yes,
because
I would
they
agree
got
with that.
way too much talent to let that go by the wayside.
And like it was a failure last year.
Yeah.
And they didn't just run it back.
No, they didn't.
Like they got it together and got it going.
Doubled
So
James Bradbury is still burnt toast, but
oh yeah,
they added.
they're talking about they're going to end up moving him to safety if they don't cut him.
Yeah.
Remember when I was never the Bradbury guy. Remember when people were on the show and they're like, "Oh, we go get Bradbury." I'm like, "For what?"
He sucks. Yeah. He had one really good year. It's crazy. The shelf life of cornerbacks in the NFL always crazy. It's like cornerbacks and running backs, but cornerbacks can like go from being the best player on the planet to a nobody in 1 year. It's
They were
insane.
running backs, right?
Yeah. Like Nnamdi Asamoah. He was.
man.
I thought he was the second coming of Deion
that again.
Sanders.
Say
he
his
was
name
the
again.
man.
Nnamdi Asamoah.
He was the man at Oakland.
Yeah, I thought he was the second coming of Deion Sanders, and then he just
poof, he was gone.
Nothing. Yeah. Say like Josh Norman had
That's
that
what I was
big
about to
year
say.
and
Yeah,
then
Josh
went
Norman.
nowhere. Like
Xavier Howard was
yeah.
it, the best in the game that you
Yeah.
don't know about.
Brent
Now he's
Gri-
gone.
Brent Grimes.
Yeah, Brent Grimes. It's crazy with cornerbacks, but that's why I give props to like Richard Sherman, Darius Slay, Stephon Gilmore, guys that do it for
Years.
10 years,
right.
and they're still top guys. It's pretty wild.
Somebody asked her like, "What's wrong with Dotson?" And I'm like, I'm trying to. He's still got 2 years of club control. I mean, he seemed like he was okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised they traded him. Jaden Daniels need as many targets as he can have.
Here's hoping Jalen Johnson's one of those guys, but I don't think he is.
Yeah.
I mean, Jahan Dotson in his rookie year was unbelievable.
Yeah, he
went on a stretch where he had 5 games with touchdowns in a
Fantasy
row.
darling. I have him on my fantasy team.
My guess would be, and I don't know why we're talking about the Eagles and the Redskins or the Commanders,
Whoa.
but here we are. Yeah.
It's NFC trade news.
All right,
It's
man.
Yeah, it
relevant.
is. It's relevant. My guess would be the offensive philosophy massively changed with the quarterback they have now,
Yeah.
with what they're able to do with them.
But I don't understand because they had a good trio of wide receivers.
They did, yeah.
They let Curtis Samuel walk in free agency.
I know,
and
but
now
I
they
bet
trade
the
Jahan
philosophy has changed now.
Dotson. More
With
tight ends, more speed options,
dumps,
stuff like
a lot more dumps, things like that.
I guess, yeah.
That would be my only guess.
Who are their other receivers? Like
Terry McLaurin. And
they got Terry McLaurin. That's it now.
But didn't it seem like that was a cheap trade?
No, but they got a third. I mean, like
They got a
was it
good
a third?
return.
if
Yeah.
another way of thinking
I
of
heard
it,
fifth.
another way of thinking of it is you traded Jahan Dotson for a third, and you took 2 7s for a fifth.
Yeah.
Oh, holy
Yeah.
shit. All right, hold on. I need to tell you that. I know it's kind of not relevant, but Luke McCaffrey is their third wide receiver, and Dwami Brown is their second wide receiver. So I don't know if they're doing too good in the wide receiver department. Wow.
Yeah, like last year like I said, they had Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, and Jahan Dotson. That was a pretty good, like a pretty solid receiving room.
Yeah.
Now it's, I don't know, they're just giving up, I guess, this year.
That's tough. They must really believe in Luke McCaffrey.
I feel bad for Caleb. Caleb
So
drafted
you stick
Jaden
Dotson
Daniels
over with
in
A.J.
fantasy.
Brown and DeAndre Parker now?
Yeah,
Devontae
you
Smith,
got Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown.
Smith, I mean.
I see what they're
now
doing.
Jahan Dotson.
What they doing?
I see what they're
Better
doing.
than Jalen Reagor, that bum. That's for sure.
what?
They're rebooting.
Yeah.
Like they got their quarterback. They got $91 million in cap space next year.
Oh, yeah, they tanking. They tanking the year.
They're hogging them draft picks up. They got another third.
Draft a couple offensive linemen, sign a receiver or two.
Yeah, they can flip this pretty quick. It won't be this year.
Yeah.
So is that like, Neil, if you would say right now, keep an eye on next year, whatever, like Washington's one of the next, get into that window.
I'll be curious to see. They don't have quite the draft capital yet, but they're trying to get on that road. So that's why they did that trade. So now they got the third. They got an extra third. They have the second most cap space in the league in 2026.
Yeah, I mean they traded Sweat and Young last year. Got
They're
picks from
rebooting.
them. They still got guys on that defensive line that they could move and get a nice pick for.
Because as we saw here in Detroit, and for those that don't understand it, like as we saw here in Detroit, there had to be a year of financial pain.
Absolutely.
And that was the only thing that could set you. It's the only thing that can set you free. That's why the Cowboys are screwed forever. Forever they're screwed. And the Saints and teams like that, like people are like, oh, the cap's not real. Saints are $60 million over the cap, then all of a sudden they're $8 million under. Yeah, with who?
Right. Nobody's.
With who? You know what I'm saying,
Spencer
man?
Rattler.
We missed that break badly, but I never miss a workout at Planet Fitness, though. I'm telling you that right now because Planet Fitness, no matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There's over 50 in Metro Detroit. There's over 2,600 of them in the rest of the world. The squeaky clean gym, the judgment-free atmosphere. But did you know this? All Planet Fitnesses include personal training at no extra charge. Guys, I know a lot of you want to get going on a fitness journey. It's something that changed my life, no doubt about it. You can do it, and they're there to help you as well. Again, free fitness training with all memberships. You won't have to do it alone, everybody. Again, you can upgrade to the Black Card, $24.99 a month. Ask your friends. Ask your friends that go to those silly little gyms with the rock wall and stuff like that, with a protein bar and all that, and all that kind of stuff. Ask them what they're paying. And then go to planetfitness.com and do the smart thing. $24.99 a month for a Black Card. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The Great American Chevy Week is back and bigger than ever at Feldman Chevrolet. Choose from the largest inventory of award-winning Chevys, all priced to move for the biggest week of the year. Get this 2024 Silverado for only $213 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $249 a month. Feldman takes the Great American Chevy Week to another level. Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
How would you like $10 of free products from Dispo Dispensary? Screenshot this image with the QR code and bring it into any Dispo location. You'll get a free $10 to spend in-store with a minimum purchase of $25. Visit Dispo Dispensary today or disposhops.com. Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug.
All right, pulling up hour number 2 of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, 4-time Stanley Cup champion, Darren McCarty. KG, 66% of Spencer Raxter in the chair. Young Justin in the building on the 1s and 2s. There were a few moments ago, Spencer Raxter we thought was dying. He laid back and we really thought it was it. We thought about bringing in the Woodward Sports chaplain to give you your last rites. But you returned from the dead to tell everyone that you think Caleb Williams will be good.
It's true.
Caleb Williams brought you back to life.
I wouldn't say that.
All right, I wouldn't go that far.
It seemed like it. You were laid, but
I was laid to rest.
You were slumped in that chair. It was a wrap. Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Get in there. Get your thoughts out there. Lorena Rios, what does Neil have against protein bars? I meant to say protein smoothie bars. You know these gyms where you pay $100 a month, and they got like all the different protein mixes for all those little drinks that you're going to pay $100 a month for, and then pay $8 for your protein smoothie
You know what
drink.
they got at Planet Fitness? They got Gatorade. They got water. And I got Celsius, whatever you
Weights
need.
and treadmills and stretch stations and circuits.
I should stretch more.
Getting that massage chair, man.
We talked about it yesterday.
I did hit
I'm
the
guilty.
hydro massage the other day. I didn't go to the gym yesterday because I was in too much pain. I don't think I'm going to go again today.
Yeah.
But on Tuesday, after the John Daly, I went to the gym and I hit the hydro massage after, and it definitely helped.
Yeah. You should probably just go just for that.
Yeah, just go in hydro massage.
Yeah.
DNC ENT.
Do a DMAC workout.
Hydro massage.
Hit the massage chair.
and whatnot. I'm a big fan of the word whatnot.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to rip some of that fairway runts in the hot tub tonight.
Courtesy of John Daly?
Courtesy of John Daly.
How did you try the drinks? The cannabis?
Yeah.
All right. You know
Justin
what?
had like 6 of them.
Okay. You know what? We go off script like this. I am curious about that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie to you. Give me the report.
Yeah.
Tastes good.
Yeah, they're like 10 milligrams or whatever. And wouldn't be something that me personally feels or whatever, but the taste is all right.
Yeah, just feel you. Hey, get your shit off, D-Mac.
I, as somebody who doesn't drink or whatever like that, but does consume the cannabis or whatever, when
10 milligrams ain't shit.
When we're out on the golf course or whatever, like it's the same thing. It's
Can you relate?
NA. What?
Okay, since we're doing it right now, so let's have an open forum about it.
Yeah.
John Daly was on our network promoting it, so
Yes,
let's
he was.
talk
Shout
about
out.
it for a minute. What was the name of his brand that he's got coming out?
Tea Time was the drinks. It's
Tea
the
Time,
John
okay.
Daly Hyman
Collection?
Collective.
Okay.
Yeah, Tea Time was the drinks, and then Fairway Runts was the strain.
Gotcha. Okay, so the cannabis drinks. So you say it's a 10 milligram drink.
Yeah.
For somebody that's not in the cannabis specter, can you cross compare? Like, how many beers would that be?
For somebody that doesn't do that?
Yeah, as far as like the effect on
If you drank one of those, it would be like doing 3 shots.
Yeah, about that.
If I drank one of them, it'd be doing like 1 shot.
Not even
And
like
I
a
drink
half
one
a
of them,
shot.
we like drinking water.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you know what, D-Mac? You sit this conversation out. You're the exception. not the-
Justin fared very well the other night. or
Yeah,
whatever.
Justin had like 4 or 5 of them. Chris
you-
Platty.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right,
Bro, how many
Did
Platty
you-
have?
Chris had
did
1,
you
and he
feel
was,
anything, or-
he was cooked.
He was smoking too, so what?
Chris, our friend Chris Platty.
Shout out.
You know, the
Oh,
TD
Big
for
Sauce.
Woodward Heavyweights. Yeah, Big Sauce. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't really smoke like that anymore. And he drank one of those teas, and he was texting us that night. He's like, "Dude, I'm pretty
Off of
ripped
one?
right now."
Yeah.
The edibles hit you different, man.
Neil, you would probably.
I feel like that's dangerous.
Edibles
good for
hit
you.
you different.
But I think
Okay.
I think the drink, like it'd be just, it's a nice, just,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
have 1 or 2 and just nice, relax, and be fine.
And it's not like a high where you're like
Probably
mentally
you know,
going. It's like a body
I would
high.
compare it to drink,
Okay.
you drink a couple of those, probably like drinking 4
beers?
high noons.
Yeah, high noons, whatever. Yeah, okay. I got it. All
So
right.
for me, I smoke quite a bit. I wouldn't say I'm on D-Max level, but I mean, I partake on a
You're
regular
fucking
basis.
12 years old, bro. You're
But I was smoking. I probably smoked 4 or 5 joints, and I drank 6 of those tea times. And
How did you get home?
You got to know your system.
Yeah, I knew myself. I was sober enough to drive by the time I left, but I've just had a great, nice buzz going. It felt like I was probably 5 drinks deep in terms of alcohol, and maybe less than that, honestly. But it was, instead of normal edibles, what I liked about them is it's more of an up high. A lot of edibles will put you into a couch, and you just want to like go to sleep, watch a cartoon. The tea times were so nice. Like I wanted to have conversations with people. I just wanted to vibe. Me and D-Mac were chatting it up, and it was just a good time. Shout out John Daly. He's put on an amazing
Shout out
outing.
Hyman, shout out Dispo, everybody who made
sir.
it happen. Yeah, I think that's what it is too, because
Those are clear.
just instead of drinking a bourbon, it was like having, like a high noon or something like that.
Okay, gotcha.
That's more.
So it's a little more chill.
Yeah, but doesn't bury you. Doesn't take you down.
Gotcha. Okay. DNC ENT. What are the odds I have an Amazon delivery to Soroki's? I wasn't going to stop because I've already come here on break twice this week. Make it a third, I guess. So shout out DNC stopping by Soroka. I told you guys.
Grab some biscuits.
Guys, I'm telling sponsor shit aside.
That shit is good.
There is no better chicken outlet. Like their Nashville chicken is the best. And their biscuits, they shit on Red Lobster biscuits. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
I'll die on that hill.
That's tough.
I'll die on that hill.
I ain't ready to say it.
I think it's a different world.
Can you like them better? I get it. Shit, that's a little heavy.
Shit
That's
is
a little
heavy
aggressive.
for sure.
40 style boxing.
Notre Dame. Okay, Notre Dame.
I'm the king of the jungle. I think it's a little different. It's a different world.
No.
Like they shit on Popeye's biscuits also, but the cheddar.
Yeah, cheddar is like
cheddar
that's
bay
a different biscuit.
That's a different level, man.
That's a different biscuit, man.
I agree.
Well, we're gassing up sponsors. John Davis Collection. Go get some. It's A-grade, good-ass weed, 100%.
Yeah, like I said, I'm about to rip some of that fairway runs in the hot tub tonight.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Can't wait.
Rip one
Shout out Justin
Neil,
for
those
hooking it up.
eclairs, those boys will put you down. That's the Hyman special. That's a gram of flour and a half gram of rosin.
It's an eclair?
Oh, yeah. It's because it burns like a donut because the rosin's in the middle.
Yeah.
So that doesn't burn as fast as the flour on the outside.
I had 3 of those.
All right, Patrick.
You're a bad man.
Patrick says, Neil, divide by 4. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a mathematical formula.
If I smoke one of those eclairs, I will be toast all night. Me and Easy split one. That was
Wyatt Bear. Goddamn, I can't keep track of all these CBD drinks. I'm trying to keep my military service. The keys to wisdom. You need a 12-pack of 10 milligram drinks to get going.
We should do a blind taste test. A blind biscuit taste test.
Yes.
There's no point.
I mean, Soroki's
win.
It's definitely better. It's better than Church's or KFC.
It's better than any biscuit.
Or Popeyes. But the Cheddar Bay biscuits brings,
it's better than those,
different
Spenny.
element, man.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think
it's two different tastes.
It's comparable. Yeah.
Like Soroki's has the best.
Different
no, they're the same. One isn't as good as the other.
Soroki's has the best sweet biscuit.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah. But when we talk a Red Lobster biscuit, that's more of a savory biscuit. That's a different category.
That crumble to.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'm a savory guy.
Yeah, me too.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Sweet and savory.
I like cheese. I'm a big
sweet and savory. That's our spending.
Before we get to the break, there was one message on here, and I lost it because I wanted to credit it to the right person. I believe it was a Ski Mask Boy. Ski Mask Boy. Here it is, yes. Ski Mask Boy. John Daly called my grandma a dumb effing whore in 1994.
That's why he was mad. That's why he was mad. He was the one.
I'll just have to go Dalton on him. Is she?
No, but that's why he kept talking about him walking off the court. It makes sense now. That's why he was hating the whole time. Damn, Ski Mask. That's terrible, man.
Ski Mask. I mean, maybe your grandma shouldn't have been. No. I'm just kidding.
I believe it was Dalton that said it best.
Damn, Granny.
That's crazy.
Roadhouse quote.
Roadhouse quote, everybody. All right, tell them about Swiss Insurance.
I'll tell them about Swiss. Now more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in extra fees. How do you do that? You call my buddy Mark today at Swiss Insurance. 313-530-1698 or go to SwissINS.com.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. Same great service to customers that come to know and trust. On Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, we're keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty. Of course, we have KG in the building.
Spenny on the floor.
Spencer Raxter's on the floor like Larry Bird in the early 90s.
Somebody got to give him to George Jefferson, man.
Could be getting his last rites at any moment. We don't know. Young Justin stepping in. And all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, get your thoughts out there. And let us know, man. Let us know what you think. We're just sitting here cutting it up and chopping it up, waiting for football to officially get going. You all right there, Spenny?
Yeah. It's honestly, it feels pretty good right now. Yeah.
He's laying on the floor of the studio.
My back is hurting from the chair I'm sitting in. Where's the Tylenol? Usually if I lay flat on the floor, normally it kind of fixes it. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, great spinny cam, by the way.
Feels good.
He is literally like Larry Bird in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Remember when Larry would come out and give him 31, then go back and lay on the floor?
Yeah.
I like laying on the floor.
That's disrespectful.
Honestly.
No, it's
What's the Spenny cam looking like?
Spenny cam.
Yeah, look up, man.
Mike G, too early to break down Michigan against Fresno. We'll get there next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into college football is gonna be heavy.
So back. Let's go.
Heavy.
So back.
I took your get right and parlayed it with
Dark
some
Horse
stuff too.
Heisman.
So
I can't speak
I got a
to
big
that.
Saturday.
I hate when people do that.
I'm
for
sorry.
the record,
I'm sorry. I know
parlays are a sucker's bet.
it is, but I got a big Saturday coming.
We are
I'll just say that.
anti-parlay on
I
the
get
get
it.
right.
I get
Dark
it.
Horse Heisman, Aiden Childs.
But I just,
Book it.
I took your advice and just put it with 2 other things. We'll see.
All right.
What are the 2 other things?
I got to look it up again. I think a preseason game, I took like under 37.5.
Ugh, gross.
I know. I also took Florida State plus 10.5. So.
Plus 10.5.
I mean minus 10.5. Sorry.
I'd be careful about that one.
The whole biscuit discussion, Dabber jumped in, D-Mac. He goes, nothing like grandma's biscuits, unless you're John Daly.
Yeah, that's true. My Nana made good biscuits.
Yeah.
Biscuits and gravy. That's got to
dude,
be
slaps.
number 1 when it comes to biscuits.
Yeah, biscuits and gravy are incredible, no doubt.
Nothing like wet flour on dry flour on wet flour.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's good stuff.
Woodward Sports chat thread, as we said, jump in to that, get your thoughts out there. D-Mac, I got a feeling I'm going to ask you this question, and I already know your answer. What are you looking for out of the last preseason game?
Again, conversation yesterday with Hendon Hooker. Guys to be safe, like that. I want to see that he's done enough in practice this week to get, majority of the reps in different ways so that when we talk next week, we're more confident that everything we talked about this week during the show is that, you have a viable number 2 option, like Spenny and I say, that could win you or be capable, just capable with the ones on our team. And then it's just a lot of injuries. So stay healthy, whatever it is. Kenny brings up a great point, which to lean back on. Your ones aren't playing, so it's just your 2s too. So again, fortunately, if you're going to lose anybody, it's more of a role player. So I mean, that's it. Hendon Hooker's the number one thing, and probably where I'm going to focus on.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Chuck Brewer. Poor Neil. Baez is back in the lineup for today's game. They're playing in Chicago this afternoon.
Oh, my God.
It's not, guys, it's not poor Neil. It's poor Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green, Kerry Bonds, all of them.
Yep.
It's poor those guys. Poor A.J. Hinch. He's got to deal with this.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, the Tigers have won 10 of the last 16, 10 of the last 14, I can't remember.
Yeah,
with
like
two starting pitchers.
Yep.
With two starting pitchers.
Bullpen been great.
Man, it's almost like A.J. Hinch is a really good manager. It's almost like that, isn't it?
I know, right? Crazy to think that.
No, but he's not, though. I was told he's not by some here.
Don't get out of control.
It's almost like he's a good manager.
Rein it in.
So I just wanted to put that out there. So, yeah, it's not poor me. It's poor those guys. Because now they got to overcome that. Now today's lineup has 8 hitters in it instead of 9.
Yeah.
87% of the time, he doesn't get a hit every time.
Yeah. Unless it's a home run that he pimps.
Yeah. Mike G, why mess with the good thing the Tigers are rolling? I don't know. Ryan's reaction, no, it is poor Neil. But no, talking about the last preseason game. Oh, by the way, did you guys see the reports yesterday?
About?
Hendon Hooker had 3 fumbles at practice. 2 bad handoffs.
Here we go.
Did you see? What do you mean, here you go? It happened, Maz.
Yes. Don't call me
Maz. It happened.
Don't do that, Neil. Don't do that.
That's an insult.
Why do you give me that tone when I'm talking about reality? You sound like Maz when you ignore reality.
It's something he can clean up. That's why.
Okay, and I don't disagree with you.
And he's
I'm not saying it's over.
number 2 quarterback. If Jared Goff was doing this, sound the alarms. It's Hendon Hooker. He's the number 2. He can clean this up.
Okay, Maz, but it did happen. And again, just given the reasons.
Yeah, Bates missed a whole bunch of kicks in practice too, and we saw how that turned out. So I get you.
I know. I saw him miss one.
All right.
Okay, that's it. That's all.
Okay.
I just wanted to know if you were going to embrace reality or choose to ignore it.
Never.
And you got mad at me. I didn't tweet it. I didn't.
It's been.
I didn't miss the handoff.
It's been your sticking point. It's like you're using that to bring down Hendon Hooker's overall performance. This has been your big sticking point.
Woodward Sports chat poll. Young Justin put on there. Are you taking the get right? Delaware State plus 40.5. Let's ride. Hawaii minus 40.5. Let's ride. And remember, we went in twice. For the record, we went in twice.
Double down. See, you got it at 39. I got it at 40.5.
I got it at 39 and 40.5.
Oh, well, there you go.
We got 2 units on it, so there is that. So yeah, get your choices out there. Man, 37% of you say I am no degenerate. Not based off some of the discussions we had earlier, D-Mac. This audience does not get to do that. They are in fact degenerates. DNC ENT. Spenny spent 1 hour with John Daly, and look at him.
It was before I was playing hurt there. I don't know what happened, man.
You woke up like this.
I don't know. I think I pulled a muscle in my back, so that's what Doc said.
All right. Oh, we got a rest in peace Thursday, right?
Sure.
Oh, yes, sir.
I forgot about that.
Sure.
I did forget about that. We'll get to that coming up in the next segment or so. So speaking of college football, there is a thing I want to get to, and we're going to get to it next. Let's talk about what's going on and how Woodward Sports is doing the very best Lions coverage in all of Detroit of any sports network. It starts on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. Woodward and Maine. You guys know who it is. Terry Foster, our guy Matt Broder. Get ready for every Detroit Lions game day with Woodward and Maine. And then at 10 a.m. to noon, myself and Sean Belesian, the very best pregame show with the very best graphics in Detroit. That is right. Nobody is doing Lions game day like Woodward Sports. Not even the flagship, everybody.
I'm only tuning in if y'all look like that.
I'll do it. Yeah. Not even the flagship is doing it the way we're doing it. And big props to Sabbath Coffee Roasters over there on East 14 Mile as well. Props to them. Make sure you pull up on them. Give that coffee a spin. Why not? It's game day Sundays on Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
That's right, everybody. The weekend is here. John Daly is in town, and it is, of course, the Ally Challenge at Warwick Hills Golf and Country Club up there in Grand Blanc. Go to allychallenge.com. They got the very best golfers in the history of the sport. There's concerts on Friday night, Saturday night as well, $2 birdie beers. All of that is going on. It's even if you're not a golf fan, it's a good place to go hang out and party outside. The weather's going to be phenomenal this weekend. Get on out there, everybody. One of those marked events on the calendar every year in the Metro Detroit golf scene, the Ally Challenge, presented by McLaren. Go to allychallenge.com. And don't forget our guy, Dr. Pierce. That's right, he is our injury insider. We have him on usually on Tuesdays, Big D Energy. Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards from the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. We talk professional sports injuries. We talk how our lives are falling apart from a physical perspective. Spenny's laying on the ground. All of it. Right. Dr. Pierce and his appearance is presented by Amon-Ra of Southfield. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. And Neil Rule, Darren McCarty. We have KG, Spencer Raxter. He's sitting upright now. Also, too, we got young Justin on the 1s and 2s. DNC ENT, Hawaii's 12-2 in their last 14 against the spread in the opener. I'm well aware.
Yep.
I'm well aware.
We ride.
Just another reason for Delaware State.
There is not a soul in the world that is taking Delaware State. Not a soul. Except for one and an army of many.
Yeah. The chat kept saying it was like a tsunami or a hurricane going to Hawaii. I don't know if that was true. But
if anything, helps us.
I know, right? You would think.
It does. It helps us. All right. D-Mac, want to get into some college football discussion. All right. Michigan Wolverines. And I already know what this is going to turn into, D-Mac. You know it. You sit there. You know what's going on. I know. The Michigan Wolverines are plus 120 to make the college football playoff. So a slight underdog to make the college football playoff. Caesars has them at plus 120. I want to ask the question to the Michigan fans. Do you expect to make the playoff this year?
Yes.
Do you demand to make the playoff this year?
I would say yes.
So, okay, that means no.
No, I would
the
say
conviction
yes.
in your answer.
No. I don't think that means no. If they miss the playoff, it's not the end of the world. But do I expect them to? Yes.
Okay. Young Justin, you're a Michigan slappy, except when you go to Western Michigan, except when you have a Western Michigan hoodie on, but then you talk about Michigan. But all that aside, do you expect them to make the playoff?
I wouldn't say expect, because if I say expect, I'd want to say that with 100% certainty, I know they're going to make the playoff. I do believe they're going to make the playoff, even if they go 9-3 and lose all of their big games.
That's all they need.
They're
going to be the first one in. If everybody's 9-3, Michigan will be the first one in.
100%. And I just the path, like we always talk about it. The path is there for Michigan, even to have
and it's fairly easy.
Mediocre season at 9-3, losing all their big games and still make the playoff.
So D-Mac, I go to you and I ask you this question because I got murdered by Michigan fans for this. They said I was moving the goalpost and all that kind of stuff. I think it is a necessity for them to make the playoff, just in terms of if you want to keep that status and that stature of leaders and best and the best college football program, you have to make the playoff this year.
Because it's gone to 12. We're not talking about the 4, and we're not talking. If we were talking about the 4 playoff system, like it used to be, you could say, okay, with all the changes and the fact that you do not have a legitimate quarterback or somebody who is your number one, right? That's still questionable. Then it wouldn't be. But for dominance in a 12 playoff system, to be in the conversation with where you've entered and all of the teams that won in dominance, so yes, it won't help your narrative. But going back to back and having more of a trying season and not, I guess, having it set up for you, but having to do it the hard way gives you more credibility of not doing it, I guess.
Because I do believe it is set up for them anyway.
Okay.
Because 9-3 gets them in.
So the question that you're posing is to stay in the upper echelons of the Alabamas, the Georgias, to be talked about as the leaders and the best, then you have to make the playoffs. It's 12 teams. I agree with that. It hinders the conversation of saying then it was only then you're more like Ohio State and you get in there or Auburn or these teams that have done it, but you can't consistently stay there. So I mean, it's just whatever narrative you want to pose. But to your point, if you want to stay in those conversations as the leaders and the best, you got to make playoffs.
Who farted? Michigan will beat all those teams, and we'll only hear, but they haven't beaten anybody on the road. They don't have to beat anybody on the road.
This year's, I think it's
this year's schedule.
Fair to say this is new? This year, how it plays out with the schedules, with the Pac-12 coming, there's a whole nuance here. So for us to sit here and go, this is the way that it got to be and should be, aren't we using how we judge from the old information or the way the system used to be? We got to sort of let it play out, right? Because the fact is the key is 9 wins. If you're talking about Michigan, and then you're in the playoffs, and
that's
matter.
it. And that's where, for me, like KG, and I'm going to get killed for this, but I want you to think about this.
Okay.
The schedule this year, while everybody talks about how hard it is, in reality and in terms of making the playoffs, it's the same as last year. All they have to do is win every game that they're a favorite in.
Yeah.
That's all they don't have to beat anybody. Because Washington, I know that we're going to get caught up in the Washington thing. It's not a thing. They rebooted everything.
Yeah, I'm not.
They're basically back to Washington that lost to Montana State.
Right. I'm not worried about
or Montana at home. That's what they're back to being right now. They are an also-ran. It is over. Right. They lost their coach. They didn't step up and keep their coach.
You know what the 3 games are. We all know what the 3 games are.
But even then, I'll give you a loss in all those games. Lose to Ohio State, Oregon, and Texas, you're still in. Because who's going to beat Michigan? For real. Are they going to lose to Fresno, Arkansas State?
No.
USC?
No.
Minnesota?
No.
Washington?
No.
Illinois?
No.
Michigan State?
No.
Indiana?
No.
Northwestern?
No.
They're in.
Yeah.
It is the exact same thing as last year. It's even easier. Because they don't have to beat Ohio State. It's the same.
Fair enough.
So that's why, I am, and this isn't narrative, and this isn't anti-Michigan. If they don't make the playoffs, KG, that's a bad look.
In year 1 of Sharon Moore, I don't think it's the worst. Yes, it wouldn't be the best look, but I don't think it's the worst thing ever. Now, if it were to be back-to-back years of not making the playoffs, then I'm worried. But as of right now, first year new head coach, I'm not worried about that.
So it doesn't matter to you if they make the playoffs. That's what you're saying. Because I still contend this.
I'm just saying it's not
in order for you to be among the elite and not Auburn, not a flash in the pan. You know what I'm saying? I got murdered by shows on this network.
I'm just saying they're not going to turn into Auburn if they don't make the playoffs this particular
You're
season.
on the road to being Auburn now.
That's
12
fine.
teams get in, man.
That's fine, Neil.
Fine, you
Yes.
are on the road, but you're not. You'd have to be way more.
Yeah, they don't get a huge demotion if they don't make
There's
the
enough
playoff
narrative
this
to
year.
the coaching change, to the roster, to this and that, to explain to what Kenny just said is that it's not the end of the world if they don't. Will it fault their progress or of being leaders? No, but
Yeah.
they still can regain that momentum to get back up.
Exactly. Like if they were to miss it this year but make it in 2025,
and get back
I'm
on
cool.
track, but it took that year to
Yeah,
figure it out
yeah.
and stuff with the no.
But with
then
2
they're
years of
fine.
recruiting, then I would agree with you. After 2 years of recruiting and
But in
stuff of that
saying
nature,
that, you have to give them credit that if they do face this adversity and continue on the path and win a playoff game and whatever, that it's further along than maybe.
Yeah, then they're on the
get
road to
credit
Georgia. Perhaps.
Right,
the Georgia,
that's what
the
I'm saying,
Alabama,
right.
stuff like that.
Right, so-
and remember, too, like, just because you beat Alabama once doesn't mean you are Alabama.
Clearly.
You know, and we're in agreement.
No,
on
but
that.
we're driving those places, right? I
Right.
think it's where does the bus turn, right towards like used to, and you.
That's why I think it's huge this year.
Well, it is huge to continue down, and we use analogies of the freeway to the Georgia, Alabama's right way instead of veering off to Auburn's or even LSU's.
I just don't think we're completely out of it if we miss the playoff this year, this particular season.
You have grace. If you had Harbaugh back and you had a quarterback and you had no, this is a transitional.
Right,
you did everything you needed to do to get the championship. Right now. In the grace of things, you just
That's
have to
what I'm
pull
saying.
over for a while.
Yeah, like the playoff.
Then the imperativeness for 2 years from now, when we're sitting here having a conversation, is no, they have to win. They have to win a playoff game or whatever.
Yeah, because the playoff, I think, has become the new bowl eligibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a line, right? It doesn't matter if you're back in the old bowl system. It doesn't matter if you're 8-4 or 6-6. For real, what difference does it make?
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't make any difference whether you're playing in, the Holiday Bowl or you're playing in the Emerald Bowl.
Right.
Like there is no difference. You're in, and that's all that matters. And that's where I went back and forth with Spenny about where, when the wheels came off for Michigan State, it was imperative to make a bowl for perception's sake.
Right.
And that's why I think for Michigan, this season is huge for perception's sake. And people are going down. People are going down this road right now. Like Merck says, Crying Ryan will not beat Michigan. He hasn't won yet, nor will he this year. He can't coach against Michigan. Merck, you don't even have to beat Ohio State. You don't have to. If you go 9-3, you lose every big game. It doesn't. You're Michigan. You're still going to get in.
Yeah.
Because young Justin and I were talking about that. He gave me a pool of 9-3 teams. He's like, who goes? But this is why those teams in this new playoff era, which everyone knew was happening, you can tell by everyone's schedules that they set. You don't have the beauty of this. What's underlying and all that, you don't have to win those games. You just have to play them. That's it, because you're going to get credit for playing them.
I get you.
At a baseline.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant, and that's why teams like Missouri and the Kansas States. That's why they're not going to. They can be 10-2, and Michigan can be 9-3, and they're not going.
Yeah,
they're not. Like it's the way that it is.
And they proved it last year. Like straight up, you want a recent example? They did it with Florida State and Alabama last year. Like they knew that Florida State wasn't a good product without Jordan Travis. They knew that Alabama is the premier brand in college football, and they were like, okay, screw you, Florida State. We're gonna go for the team with the bigger TV deal, the bigger numbers, and we're gonna watch an absolutely epic showdown between Michigan and Alabama in the Rose Bowl and make it as historic as possible. If you sit here and try to tell me that Michigan versus Florida State would be even remotely a more premier, or even close to how premier that matchup between Michigan and Alabama was, you're crazy.
No, that 1,000,000%. Let's go, Revving Sparty. Not making the playoff means you're number 13 or worse in the nation. I can't imagine Michigan fans being okay with being 13 or worse. Well, I mean, one here in the building said it's fine. You said it.
Yeah.
Which I can't take you seriously as a powerhouse. And this is where we've always.
All I'm saying is we can't go to Auburn status after 1 year.
No, you can't. But you can get on the highway to it.
Sure. I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, especially now.
Like if
when
they
it's
don't make
set
the
up.
playoff this year, I don't want to hear you talking about they Auburn. I don't want to hear.
No, but I will say you're on the highway to being that.
Sure.
You've taken the first step towards being that.
That would be fair.
Especially now that it's easier.
Yeah, that would be fair.
You don't have to win a hard game to make it. You can't.
Yeah, but Kenny's telling me that he's not sure right now of
he sounds a little scared.
No,
not
but
stoked.
they should. I mean, I'm looking at the Michigan program, and there's
I
questions.
just said I do think they will make the playoffs.
You got to see. So
Yeah.
he's not.
I called him to go 10-2.
Yeah, but you're not set right. But you're not setting yourself up for like you're being realistic.
But
I hear
when
reality.
you win a natty, you get a grace period, especially when you get a new coach after a natty.
Amen.
When you have 17 players go to the league, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
To your point, elite programs overcome that. They keep rolling. They find a way how to keep rolling.
Exactly.
Let's see what this.
Which is why in 2025, after back-to-back no playoff appearances as a Michigan fan, then I'm worried. But this year, it's a wash. It is what it is. I do expect them to make it, but I'm not tripping if they don't.
I don't know. I've kind of flipped my switch. I'd be a little upset because honestly, looking at this season, as long as Michigan doesn't trip on their own dick, they should be 9-3 and they should be in the playoff. They're the defending national champions as well. That will play a factor in terms of the playoff committee. The playoff committee is going to want to have the reigning national champion in just for the
100 million percent. 100 million percent. Don't trip on your dick. That's what it is.
Danny G says, I'm okay with it. We lost a ton of talent and don't have a ton returning. I saw in mock drafts you have 2 of the top 5 picks in the NFL draft.
Yes, we do.
But 3 of the top 20.
3 of the top 20. That's no excuse.
4 first-round picks.
Like, come on, what are we talking about here, man?
I literally do not know. I like I said, I've been on this wave for the last couple of weeks. I just can't get down with a lot of Michigan fans. They just are unreasonable.
That's my only point. Like, I'm not even talking about a singular season. I'm talking about a program and it being what you proclaim it to be.
I got you.
That's all.
Like I said, we good. As long as you're not calling them Auburn if they don't make it after this particular
KG,
year. That's it.
If you have 4 of the first 20 picks in the NFL draft and you don't make the playoff with that schedule, I'm sorry, man.
I mean, most of them are on one side of the ball, but I get your point. I get your point.
You don't have to win a ton of games.
But like I said, I do feel they'll make the playoffs. So,
as we talk through this, and that was a great point by the texter right there. Like, it's true, man. That's the only thing that I was driving at. Let's do rest in peace when we come back.
Let's do it.
Rest in peace, Mason Leach, for thinking that he can decide whether or not I'm a Michigan fan or not.
Well, it does depend on what hoodie you're wearing.
Not necessarily.
No, it exactly is that.
Oh,
that's your narrative.
All right, who's telling about Mark White?
Justin.
Oh, my bad.
Get it together, Justin.
I got you. Let me just get everything good here. Sorry. And
we ain't good,
but
we're real good.
Right. You know who's good though? That's
They're
Mark
good.
White.
Yep.
Dreaming of a new home but feeling the financial pinch? Mark White and Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. Call Mark White and Associates today at 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesells.com. Again, call Mark White today at 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supplies has everything that your pet can dream of. And guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Are you dealing with divorce, child custody, visitation, or other family law issues? As you know, this is serious stuff, everybody. A lot of you are probably losing sleep about it. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law in Birmingham, they will have your back. They have over 10 years of experience, and more than that, they have 24/7 availability. I was talking about losing sleep. This stuff's on your mind constantly. Scan the QR code on the screen right now. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you, and KDK Law will pay your filing fee. Get the experience on your side. Come on, guys. This is serious stuff right now. All right? KDK Law. They've got your back. All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, 50% of Spencer Raxter, young Justin in the building as well. Happy to have you all with us. DNC ENT, I'm afraid I have to fade the get right. Sorry, Neil. DNC ENT, you can be subjective, or you can be, you can be a person that has to go by trends all the time. The real visionaries, the real pioneers,
set your own course.
They set their own trends, my friend.
There you
they
go.
see when trends are coming to an end. And just like last year, when I gave you the over in Army-Navy.
It's true.
And everyone was like, that hasn't hit in 20 years or whatever it is. The visionaries know.
And it went down to overtime. but it hit.
Yeah.
You guys got your money.
That's true.
Visionaries, the revolutionaries.
Yeah. DMAC, you know.
I do.
So sorry, DNC ENT. I will be on the right side of history. You will be on the wrong side.
Mason Leach will also be on the wrong side of history when he's being a Michigan slappy.
Justin's got an arch nemesis.
Yeah, I swear. But Neil, I mean, your record speaks
impeccable
for itself. So yeah,
and it's verifiable.
Yeah,
you can go back and watch all the shows. DMAC's the Minister of Accountability.
Yep,
he's right here. He knows.
Facts.
That's right. Mason Leach. Jesus can't be a true Michigan fan if you don't think we're going 10 or 2 or better. Stick to Western. Do you have a Western hoodie on today?
No, I have a Spider-Man hoodie. And have fun being a Michigan slappy and being disappointed when they don't go 10 and 2.
When do you wear the Western hoodie?
Only when I'm playing hockey for them. That's it. I just wear my hockey hoodies and that's it. I don't own any other Western football hoodies or anything like that.
Let's go Red Wing Sparty. How can you technically be a top 12 team if you lose to all the top 10 teams you play? Well, that's where,
I mean, the playoff is different
exactly.
now, but
Yes. But yeah. Speaking of that, for Michigan opinions, before we get to rest in peace, DMAC,
I'm not even this crazy. I mean, you can go and be one
of the biggest Michigan fans out there, Mr. Ryan Ermanni, who you can hear from 2 to 4 right here on Ermanni and Edwards. He made his thoughts known on Michigan.
He did.
Where does Ryan Ermanni tap in? I think Michigan can run it back this year. I'm thinking 12-0 regular season. That defense will keep them in every single game. Offense will get better at every week. Playmakers at every position. Yes, 12-0. I was told there's no talent coming back.
Oh my God! Here we go.
12-0, DMAC. You booking that bet?
No. No, but I love Ryan's fandom. He's a true
Which
fan.
is it? Am I being lied to, KG? Does Michigan have talent coming back or no? Because Ryan tells me they do.
They have to have talent coming back. You just told me that they got 3 of the top 20 and 4 first round.
They do have talent coming back, yes.
So they do?
Yes.
But I was told they don't.
Well, you were lied to.
Okay. I got to keep the truth straight. That's it. Okay.
Oh, Mason Leach says, thank you, Ryan, with exclamation points. So he's obviously such a valid source. Valid source right there. Valid source.
Yes.
Hey, Justin's taking this Mason Lee stuff personally.
I'm telling you, man.
This dude's got a lot of
Number one
They
rule
gonna
in this
square
business,
up.
man.
They gonna square up, man.
No, 1 o'clock we'll get here, and no one can stop you from getting in your car and going home.
Exactly.
You just got to let
Right.
it roll.
I mean, I can.
I'm going to get my shit off right now, and I'm going to let it roll.
You
Probably
don't
not right
want,
now.
you don't want getting
Yeah,
the
not
check
right
for
now.
your opinion. He's not.
Yeah.
That is true.
Probably
There
not
it
right
is.
now, but I could physically stop him.
Absolutely.
What car did you drive today, Justin? You got the Benz?
Right.
Dude pulled up in a drop-top Jaguar the other
Jaguar
day.
F-Type.
Wait, okay. You
Yeah,
know what?
I swear
We're
to
scrapping.
God.
Hold on, everybody. We're scrapping rest in peace.
I can't believe
you know
this
what?
didn't get to
I'll
him.
do
Scrapping
you know
rest
what?
in
We're
peace.
scrapping rest in
Yeah,
peace.
rest
All right,
in
let's
peace,
take the final
Justin.
break. All right, I'll do the rest in peace real quick. I'll do it on behalf of Justin. Rest in peace to poverty.
Yep.
I don't experience
Yeah,
it.
and he had the next day he had the titanium Equinox.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Or titanium Expedition.
I synced it.
Let's tell him about Randy Wise.
Absolutely.
And then
How would you
ride
like
off.
to play golf with a legend like myself, Kirk Gibson, Braylon Edwards, or Calvin Johnson? It's Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Register today and you could play like a VIP. Go to woodwardsports.com or scan the code on the screen. When it comes to your next car or truck, make the wise decision. Randy Wise, Automotive.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
The Great American Chevy Week is back and bigger than ever at Feldman Chevrolet. Choose from the largest inventory of award-winning Chevys, all priced to move for the biggest week of the year. Get this 2024 Silverado for only $213 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $249 a month. Feldman takes the Great American Chevy Week to another level. Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
Sports as we cover Lions season like nobody else. We bring you the coverage all day, every day, but make sure you watch the game with our Woodward heavyweights. Shout out Spenny. Join them at Haines Social in Shelby Township for the biggest party in Detroit. We go live 10 minutes before kickoff. Come eat, drink, and cheer on the brand new Lions with your Woodward Sports crew. Hey, and don't forget, after the game, post-game show, we got Sam Stick Day and Anson Wells as they take on all the topics that could happen in the game as we celebrate lots of Lions victories. Also from Haines Social, shout out to Stick as they have the best post-game show. The flagship network has nothing on what we got coming this postseason. So check it out, presented by Sabbath Coffee Roasters, and make sure you tap in to the Boys and Girls Club of America.
Absolutely. They have the best youth football league in Metro Detroit, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League. I offer youth ages 5 to 14, 6 exciting teams to choose from in Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. I was going to tell you, there's also a cheer program available as well. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. You can register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation are all included, everyone. and a chance to play for a championship at Ford Field for just $175 per child. Put the youth back in youth sports with BGC SM3C Sports. Woo! Lots of questions coming in for young Justin. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, et al. Back with you. People want to know, Justin, do you prefer the suicide doors or the phantoms?
I don't necessarily know what each is.
I like the suicide doors.
Is suicide doors the ones that come up?
No, that's the gull wing.
Or
wait,
butterfly
no,
doors.
the opposite.
Yeah.
They open from the inside.
Yeah. Suicide
that's
doors
cool.
open. Yeah. Like
down.
this.
I'm not hip.
So let's recap. There's been some breaking news.
I like the gull wing doors. Those are sick. Yeah.
We were told that young Justin pulled up to work in a convertible Jaguar. We had eyes on that.
Yeah,
right,
he was
Spenny?
right outside. Heavyweights were live on air, and he said his goodbyes. He walked out, and he was parked right in front of Lady Jane's here with a drop-top Jaguar coupe.
He did it at the event the other day, too. He's done it more than once.
That he hopped in. And
That was the event out of Wabeek, right?
Yeah.
Well, you do have to bring your A game at Wabeek.
That's fair. And he
brought it
said,
to
he was like,
Wingate,
this
too.
isn't mine, don't worry about it, it's normally mine. And then he gets into his car the next day, which was a Titanium
That's not my
Series
car either.
Expedition.
Well, that's a good first.
Yeah, good starter
first
car.
Good starter car.
Yeah. Starter car. This is a finisher car.
He hangs
Chariot
out.
of gods.
He goes to
Golden
music
God.
festivals in the Poconos.
Right.
He has a boat in Petoskey.
A boat in Petoskey. He goes to music festivals, not just any music festival.
Right.
Music festivals with like cool little logos where the E sits inside of the L.
Yep.
I do have the clip
In the
of
Poconos.
that Easy took of me pulling away in the Jag.
All right, D-Mac, let's see this. We have visual confirmation on this. Let's see. Look at this.
Douchebag, you're jealous.
Drop top Jaguar coupe.
Yep. This is what this guy does.
D-Mac.
man. He's an intern, by the way.
No, I'm not an intern.
I'm driving a Fiesta. I've been here working longer than him. I'm driving a Fiesta.
It's not a party in that Fiesta.
Right. I'm scratched up. Gas mileage great though, but still.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, at least you don't got to put premium in it.
D-Mac, you saw that car.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, work harder, boys, or get a better deal.
That's elitist talk. Work harder.
Or you know what?
It's elitist talk.
It's not elitist talk. I drive a Corolla right now. No, I mean, hey, obviously.
That's because you're a man of the people now. Come on.
I am a man of the people.
You got Jag.
What are you
If
gonna
you wanted a Jag, you could do
Justin's sitting in on his ivory tower,
Right.
looking down,
You know what?
bumping elbows with Neil Rule.
Listen, not all of us can be born into royalty and be, passed
man.
down. But hey, good. It looks good on you.
His
I wouldn't-
hands
I
look like
wouldn't
they were
drive it.
soaking in ivory. It's a Seinfeld reference.
I know. I had to work. I had to take advantage of real estate meltdowns and low interest rates. Okay,
Yeah. That's
I'm
you
waiting
had to get
for
in the
it.
mud for
I did it white collar stuff.
I'm
You had
waiting
to
for
get in the
either the
mud.
stock market or the housing market to collapse, or just civilization to collapse as a whole.
Oh, that's
before I
when you
can
can
get a
step
house.
in.
Then I can get a house.
It's
Yeah.
on the way.
All right, D-Mac, you're out tomorrow, right? What do you got
Yeah.
going on the weekend?
Oh,
We're in
Bad
Grand
Mofo,
Blanc tomorrow.
Flophouse Wrestling and RPW down in Maybe, Michigan.
Yes,
Big
sir.
outdoor shows this weekend. And stuff
Let's go.
like that.
We are live out at Warwick Hills, right?
Yeah,
the
the
Ally
Ally
Challenge.
Challenge.
All day long.
All day long.
All day long. Woodward Sports will be live.
All
Who knows who we'll run
day
into?
long.
Spend
all
those
day,
boys with John Daly.
all day.
Have him pull up on us after he gets off the
day
course.
long, all day. All day.
All right. For D-Mac, for KG, Spencer Raxter, Young Justin, my name is
This
Neil Rule.
is-
Thanks for happening. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Nickel packages tomorrow. Well, see you later.
The coop.